What's up, guys? We are back in the studio and we are going to go over some home run props for April 8th, 2024. Today, we got about 3 or 4 games that we're going to go through. There's some places where I really like the hitting conditions, and I think we just kind of got to get into it. So let's do it. These are going to be. This is what we're looking at. We're looking at home run props. All right. See that boy Mookie Betts over there. Probably not betting him today just due to the conditions. But I will also like to mention that there are some amazing hitting conditions. There's also some really bad hitting conditions. So when I am looking at home run props, I am looking at park factors that matter. I'm looking at batter versus pitcher matchups. I mean, wind blowing in, wind blowing out obviously helps. Historic history. And then I'm looking at hard hit percentage, barrel rate, all kinds of stuff like that. So barrel rate is, we can explain it a little bit later, but right now, this is what I'm looking at as far as ballpark projections. Coors Field being obviously year-round one of the best because of the altitude. Today, the best ballpark is going to be Great American in Cincinnati. We are seeing a huge boost in potential home runs, obviously, and these two pitchers going together, these two bullpens potentially could give us some home runs. So I like this one. Globe Life Field being in Texas is pretty neutral. Same with Rogers. They did some renovations there, so it's pretty neutral. Truist Park, we are going to take some there, even though it's showing a little bit negative. I think the matchups you just can't ignore, and then we're going to look at some in the Phillies game. Some of these other ones I'm just going to pass on. I don't like some of the hitting conditions. I'm going to take one long shot maybe in one of the late games. Okay, so we are going to get into the home run props. I'm going to do this as good as I can with what I have. We are going to start out with the Brewers and Reds game right now. I got a few guys lined up, and I will explain why. So right now, Christian Yelich leads the Brewers in barrel rate. And anybody that doesn't know, let's go. I'll share this tab with you guys so you can kind of see what I am looking at here. This is identifying. This is barrel rate that we're trying to look at. Barrel rate is anything off the bat, 98 miles an hour and up. There's about a 26 to 30 degree launch angle. Those are considered barrels. Anything higher than that. So all these things, to be barreled, a batted ball requires an exit velocity of at least 98 miles per hour and a launch angle of 26 to 30 degrees. So those are always get classified as barrels. Whether or not they go out of the park or not, doesn't matter. It gets classified as barrels as long as they hit that certain metric, okay? So what we're looking for is players that are hitting the ball hard, hitting the ball fast off the bat, and are in the sweet spot, that launch angle, and that barrel rate, okay? So if we look at Christian Yelich, he's had 20 batted ball events. He's average home run. He blasts them. He's hit 11 balls at 95 miles an hour plus, and he has a 13.3% barrel rate. So he's getting a lot of barrels. Okay, that's a good sign. And then we got William Contreras. These are two guys I am looking at on this side for the Brewers in this matchup today. I think these two guys are really good. William Contreras hit 2 home runs yesterday, but he has one versus Ashcraft in his career. He hits right-handed pitching fairly decent last season, 262 average, strikeouts around 20%. Christian Yelich, his average is 294 versus right-handed pitching. He hit 16 home runs last season versus righties, strikes out about 20% of the time, 21% of the time. So I think those two guys, William Contreras, Christian Yelich, you're getting William Contreras at plus 350, Christian Yelich at plus 600. Both will be hitting in the top of the lineup, so you should be guaranteed 4 at-bats for each one of those guys. So I like those two guys. On the other side of the coin, we are looking at the Cincinnati Reds side and versus Aaron Ashby. We don't have a ton of data to go with as far as pitcher matchup, previous batter versus pitcher matchups, but I like Spencer Steer here. He hits lefties. Last season, 313 average, 9 home runs, 18% K rate, good numbers. And as far as barrel rate, I can pull up the barrel rate for you guys quickly. I'm trying to make this video not too long because I want you guys to watch it. But right now, Spencer Steer has a barrel rate of, he's had 26 batted ball events, 7.9% barrel rate. You can see he's getting in there where he needs to be. So I like Spencer Steer. Another guy you can look at is potentially Encarnacion Strand. But as far as the red side and hitting left-handed pitching, I would go Spencer Steer in this one. So Spencer Steer of the Reds to hit a home run at plus 450. All right, next one up. So we're gonna move on from those three. So I took William Contreras, Christian Yelich, and Spencer Steer all to hit a home run in that Reds Brewers game. Next, we are going to the Braves Mets game, going with a couple little bit longer shots. So one of the guys hits about in the 5th spot, usually 6th spot in the lineup. He did hit a home run recently. Both these guys can mash. Pretty much anyone on this Braves lineup can mash. Versus Julio Teheran in his career, Ronald Acuna Jr., he has yet to hit a home run. His barrel rate is extremely low. He's at the bottom of the team right now. I want to take him, but he's burned me a couple times already this season by not getting one. He's incredibly due, but I can't get there yet. He does have one in his career versus Teheran in 6 at-bats. He's got a home run and a 1.83 OPS, so very good. He's never struck an out versus him. So in theory, Ronald Acuna Jr. should be a play today, but I'm just not there. I'm going Austin Riley. I thought my mouse just died. Austin Riley of the Atlanta Braves. All right, so if you look at these numbers, Austin Riley, Matt Olson, all good guys as far as barrel rate goes. But the thing with me here is Austin Riley, when he gets a hold of a ball, he's hitting it very far. He's still got an 8% barrel rate, 24 batted ball events, and his number is fairly decent for a home run here, plus 400, and he has decent history versus Teheran. Should get 4 at-bats, so I don't mind Austin Riley. I'm also going to go with a little bit longer shot, Michael Harris of the Braves to hit a home run at plus 425. I think both these guys could potentially hit one. I mean, anybody could hit one. Maybe Olson, maybe Olson hits one. Maybe Ozuna. Their lines seemed like they were really low. Ozuna has huge numbers in his career versus Julio Teheran. He's got 4 home runs, but 11 RBIs and 53 at bats. But when I looked at his lines, it looked like a lot of his lines, you're not getting the greatest numbers on him to hit a home run because he's going to be the most public guy. You're still getting plus 350 on Ozuna, but he's already hit 4 or 5 home runs this season. So this might be a game where he doesn't get one. So I'm going with kind of the 2 outliers here, Michael Harris and Austin Riley. Honestly, you can take a lot of different Braves. There's Matt Olson, Austin Riley, Marcell Ozuna have all hit home runs in 2 of their last 5 games. Okay, so all those guys are good guys. I'm just going with a little bit outlier odds. Okay, next we are going to go to the Phillies and the Phillies and the Cardinals game. The weather here is not too bad. We're seeing a wind blowing kind of out slightly, 6 mile an hour to left field. We're seeing mid-70s temperatures, some decent temperatures. The only thing is the humidity is not quite where I would like it to be. We want to see higher humidities for better ball carry, but this is still a decent park factor. We're seeing the total in this game at 8.5. I think it's for good reason. So there's a couple guys here Little chalky with Bryce Harper and JT Realmuto, but I think those are two guys that could potentially get to Miles Michaelis. He has one of the hardest hit rates going back to last season and hardest barrel rates versus, well, in the all of MLB. But when he plays the Phillies, he gets even worse. So when he pitches versus the Phillies, has bad numbers. Kyle Schwarber has a home run in 26 at bats. I like Alec Boehm. I kind of as an outlier, but he has yet to hit one this season. He should be around like plus 700. But he burned me for about $10,000 4 days ago, so I just can't get there. Bryce Harper, 313 average with one home run in his career versus Miles Michaelis. So I'm taking Bryce Harper. Also, JT Realmuto has all right numbers, but his numbers are better versus right-handed pitching, so I do like that. So I'm going with those two guys. There's kind of a few I could get there. I just can't get as low as plus 175 with Kyle Schwarber. I can't get there. Honestly, I would rather play Alec Boehm again at plus 700. So any three of those guys on the Cardinals side, I don't really have anything. Nolan Arenado does have a home run in his career versus Spencer Turnbull, but Turnbull just came out of he just came off a great pitch, great start, no home runs given up. He pitched shutout innings. I think he had like 7 strikeouts. So I kind of am a little nervous with taking anybody on the Cardinals side. All right. All right. Okay. Next, we are going to Coors Field. You guessed it, where there's a huge mismatch when it comes to pitching today. You see Zach Gallen and Kyle Freeland. The Diamondbacks clearly have the edge and the pitching matchup in this game. But when you look at Arizona versus Kyle Freeland, some of these guys have just mashed him. Specifically, Ketel Marte has hit 3 home runs, batting 349 in his career off him. Christian Walker, 2 home runs, batting 290 in his career off him. Even Gurriel Jr. has batted well off of him in his career. Corbin Carroll has a home run. Corbin Carroll has been cold to start the season. So I'm going with the guys that have been proven and are showing me that they can get it done. Ketel Marte for a home run at plus 320 in Coors Field, a favorable pitching matchup. He can hit the ball hard. He has he's third in the team in barrel rate, but he's had 36 batted ball events. 20 of them going for over 95 miles an hour. So his barrel rate's good. Christian Walker leads the team in barrel rates for 26 batted ball events. He's got 15 at 95 miles an hour, and he's went 7 for barrels, leading the team with a 15% barrel rate so far this season. So I like those two guys. Good history. I also don't like this Rockies bullpen. It is very bad. So give me Ketel Marte, Christian Walker, both to hit a home run. I think these odds are a little suspect personally, but I would also look at Lourdes Gurriel Jr. He ranks second on the team in barrel rate. He does have history versus Kyle Freeland. He's got an 8.5% barrel rate so far this season. So I wouldn't mind Gurriel Jr. as well. All right, last one. I don't really have any kind of crazy reasoning for this one. This is not going to be a good hitting environment, really. I'm going to the Giants game. Only reason I am taking this one is this is kind of a value play for me. But if I look at Michael Conforto for at plus 650 for the Giants, he leads the team in barrel rate. He smashes the ball. Okay, he's hitting like 16% barrel rate this season, which is crazy. The Nationals can be susceptible to home runs. Obviously, looking at Oracle Park, not the greatest hitting environment, but usually it's terrible. But the wind is blowing straight out to center field, 9 miles an hour. And because of it being in the Bay, we have that like high humidity. So we're seeing humidity even as the game goes up, go up almost into the 70% which is huge for ball carry. Temperatures still in the 60s. So with a sunny, somewhat evening, high humidity, and that wind blowing straight out about 9-10 miles per hour, potentially this could be one where Michael Conforto hits one. Okay. Like I said, he leads the team in barrel rate this season, 14.6% barrel rate, 28 batted ball events. He's hit six barrels already. He's got a couple homers. I think this is a good look at this price with Conforto. I will just give you one more stat. Versus right-handed pitching last season, he hit 12 home runs and hit 245. 12 of his 15 home runs last season came from right-handed pitching, and he has one home run in 10 at-bats, batting .300 average with a 1.064 OPS and a 9% K rate in his career versus Trevor Williams. So the matchup there is there for me. The wind blowing straight out and the humidity is there and the price. You could also look at Jorge Soler. He's probably only around plus 400. He's got at 9 at-bats. He has one home run and a 333 average versus Trevor Williams. I just don't know if I really trust Soler. He's only got one home run. His barrel rate's pretty low, 4% so far this season. Matt Chapman is the second, 11.4%. So I'm just going to go with Conforto, and I think that's it. I think this video's gone on long enough. Yo, if you guys got some home run props, drop them in the comments. We just got to hit some. Remember, these are high risk, high reward. Please do not go crazy, bet a lot of money, or don't bet anything you can't afford. Gamble responsibly, play responsibly, have fun. These are just kind of sprinkle bets, not meant to put your huge bankroll into. These are home run props at the end of the day. Most players are getting 4 at-bats. Your odds to hit these are very low to begin with. So do not go crazy. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop your home run props or any player props or any picks you guys got in the comments. Please like, subscribe, follow for more. If you enjoy this content, you want me to make more videos, I'll try not to make as long as videos and bore you guys, but I just want to show you the data of what I'm looking at, and I hope you guys can make some money. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Enjoy the evening. Let's cash some tickets, y'all. Peace.